Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal and welcome back to another weight loss video. Hope you enjoy this one. Let's dive right in. I'm finally obese. At my highest weight, I was 216 pounds. That was on September 21st in 2020. I have been struggling with my size my entire life, but that was really the height of it all. I'm a 4'11" female, so you can probably imagine how I carried the weight. I looked and felt like a ball of fat. Now, I've dieted forever, genuinely. Done keto, paleo, veganism, vegetarianism, fruitarianism, even Weight Watchers when I was 13. I've done ED things, exercised too much, binged, and the whole 9 yards. You get it. I can't explain why nothing has worked for me long-term in the past. I would diet different diets, but not in a yo-yo fashion. I'd adopt an eating lifestyle for months, and some for years, but nothing continued to yield results past a certain time. The furthest I got was 20 pounds down with keto, but after 4 months, the weight loss came to a complete halt and wouldn't continue. I was so frustrated and angry, and everyone who I spoke to about it wouldn't believe that I was truthful in how I ate. They rolled their eyes and they were like, okay, yeah, for sure, you're healthy, despite my absolute best efforts to shed the weight. I doubt that I'm alone in this experience, but skinny people never seem to believe it when I say I'm healthy. I'm rambling, so now I'll get to the positive things. I just wanted to give some background. On September 30th this year, a magazine that my town puts out had a thorough and fascinating article about veganism. I was really inspired and read it and then went through Netflix to see what documentaries they had since the article had gotten me so interested in it. I'd been vegan before, but something made me want to think about it again. I watched the documentary What the Health, and despite having some of it really edging on exaggeration, at times even ridiculous, it got its point across and really struck a chord with me. I went vegan again the same day and started eating 1,100 calories. Warning from Luke Narwhal, please see a doctor before trying any weight loss plan. I use the app My Net Diary, which I love, and have been absolutely adoring the lifestyle since. On that day in September, I was 194.2 pounds. Today is November 6th, and a few days ago, I weighed in at 186.6. It may not seem significant, but damn, I used to be 216 pounds. I'm literally ounces away from my short-term goal, which is 185, and I might already be there in the morning. I punched in my information to a few BMI calculators, and I let out a thrilled yelp to see that I'm no longer morbidly obese. I'm just obese now at the BMI of 37.6, and I couldn't be more excited. Sure, it may be class 2 obese, but no longer morbidly. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes about a year and a half back, and I've read in many medical journals of people who swear that it's reversible. So if that's true, I'm right on track. I'll be 22 tomorrow. Happy obese birthday to me, and I eat 1,100 calories a day. I'm plant-based and eat whole grains, loads of veggies, tons of hummus, and water whenever I remember to. I don't know why I'm losing weight nicely this time instead of the other dozens of times I've dieted, but maybe it's to do with my deficit. Who knows? My advice, and this could be unhelpful, but don't be afraid to cheat sometimes. I mean this very sincerely. I won't let myself go to sleep hungry because I will become resentful of my diet, and I reckon that's why many of us fall off of theirs. I think critically about how I feel when I go to bed, and sometimes I eat some licorice until I'm full. A diet of resentment is not sustainable. It feels great to be in the 180s again. It's been many years since I have been in here. I'll continue to post my progress if it continues, and I'd like to thank this community for always being so helpful. Thank you all. Hooray! I also have the experience of weight loss just stopping after months of eating the same way and maintaining the same deficit. I've lost 60 pounds in the past 8 months, but in the last 2 months, zip, zero, and nada. Despite maintaining a 600 calorie deficit and exercising moderately 5 days a week, which is what I've been doing all along. It worked great for 6 months, and then all of a sudden, it stopped working. I weigh my food, log every bite, I don't know why, and nobody believes me either. Just hoping that someday I will also break through this plateau. Congrats. Congrats. My best guess for why this lifestyle change is sticking is because it's identity-based. Research shows that identity-based motivation is the most powerful and the hardest to throw off track. You have internalized that you are a vegan, so that often means eating more veggies and less saturated fat. At the end of the day, it's doing what all their diet plans do, and putting you into a calorie deficit. Except this time, your adherence to the plan is ironclad because you've taken it on as an identity. Way to go and happy birthday. Congratulations! This is a great message about sustainable changes and noticing those wins. Who wants to live without licorice or go to bed hungry? Nobody. That's not sustainable. And what an amazing thing to celebrate. I applaud you. I hope you are feeling your no longer morbidly obese body today, twisting and turning in new ways and gliding through your home like a butterfly instead of a ball of fat. I hope this gives you energy like never before. Gosh, I'm glad I read this. What an inspiration to have in my feet today. By the way, I'm 186 pounds on my scale today too. So, the skinny people had some justification in not believing your claims of being healthy, even though you say that you were diagnosed with diabetes and at such a young age. Congratulations on losing the weight and best wishes for you going forward. I agree with other posters' comments that your plan is effective this time because you're counting calories, rather than relying on eating only particular sorts of food, but not counting calories. Most probably, you did in fact restrict your intake in past diets, but not enough to yield meaningful weight loss. Maybe the health professionals are not out of line about the guidelines that they offer to the public about diet, exercise, and the ill consequences of chronic obesity. When will society wake up to take this advice seriously, rather than pretend that they can be healthy at any size, that excess weight does not matter? Congratulations on seeing the light. Hooray, you are doing great. I'm not vegan, but I probably could be if I learned how to do it in the enjoyable way, and I'm working on it. I've incorporated some vegan meals into my diet, but I struggle to see how easy it is once you look past vegan stereotypes. The mental barriers are real, and I'm learning to break past them. Also, I'm learning how to strike a balance between light vegan options and meat substitutes and hearty vegan food. If I eat too many vegan options in either direction, I end up craving meat. You live and learn. I can cook or select a really great vegan meal on a good day, working on being able to do that all the time. P.S. I can't only eat regular hummus. I'm quite obsessed with flavored hummus to change it up. Have you tried lemon, red pepper, cilantro, jalapeno, or beet and garlic hummus? And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. I did it. Who said that you can't reach your goals?